I thought you were somebody else, man. I'm about to go, man. This is ridiculous. Just somebody called talking about I'm polling people to see if they're registered voters and all of this. It is 8:27 p.m.
Bro,
What
okay,
in the
okay,
world?
okay,
Put my headphones back on. This is ridiculous.
okay. First of all, if you're gonna get out there and vote, people go out there and vote. But that is up to you, because
Go.
that is your right. But do not because everybody, Marcus, I'm recording. I had to try to get some of that. I was like, hello, because he answered it. Most only white
Yeah.
folks answer phone numbers they don't know.
Like my thing is like I feel like it's a new school year and it was a local number, and
Oh,
so I didn't
okay.
know. Like I was like, well, I don't know if this is like one of the teachers whose numbers I didn't save. Maybe it's something important. Maybe I need to
Yeah,
know
okay.
tomorrow. I didn't know, but he was scared. He's like, hell, this is Walter, and I was like, Walter Wright, like Walter Wright, bring it
Walter
back.
White?
Like who is this? What's happening right now? You know what I'm saying? You're talking about are you registered to vote? Man, get out of here,
Because
man.
Walter White, he's the one that does the calling.
Right. He does. Does it all. It's ridiculous,
People,
man.
you have a right to go out there and vote if you want to vote. I'm not gonna say you should go out there. Some people don't want to do it. That's fine. It's your right to use it and not use it. But don't
Yeah.
call us at fucking 8:30 at night.
Night, man. It's a school night.
He can legit say that now. It's a school night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right when we started this call or started this, I got a call. I'm like, who the fuck
Yeah.
number is this? Like, I don't answer unknown numbers. Like, if it's important, they'll leave a message. And I ain't seen no message thing pop up on mine. And then I did the test run, and then all of a sudden his phone rings from an unknown number. Not saying unknown, just an unknown number.
No number. Like, what is this? FBI? Who is watching us? Pay us if you're watching us.
Please pay us. I would love to get a check for this.
Please do that, man. I don't know. Let me tell you this. This just crossed my mind. So, other day, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing dismissal duty, right? This is what I do. It's new
Oh yeah,
school
because
year.
we
So
get teacher stories now.
Yeah, man. So I'm out here doing dismissal duty, man. It's hot. I'm talking about 100 degrees, just heat on your back, just hot. And I'm calling names. Well, the cars are rolling up. And so
Right.
we have these car tags, right? They have like the little name of the kid. Like you can just place it in your windshield. So all we gotta do is just call it real quick and speedy process, right?
That's amazing.
So every so often there's a car who doesn't have a tag because maybe they left it in a different car. Somebody else, grandma picking them up,
Right.
something like that. And so if I don't see the tag, I'm gonna lean in and ask them, who are you here to see? Who are you here to pick up, right?
Right.
So I'm approaching this car, and I see a lady, and she has like a low haircut like mine, right? And so I'm like, yes, ma'am, who are you here to pick up, right? She looks at me, and she lights her black and mild, right? Looks at me crazy, like I called her the wrong thing, right?
Sir.
Like I said something wrong, right? And I'm like, and so the woman next to her in the passenger seat kind of leans over and says the kid's name or whatever, and I go on, but I'm like, you act like I called you something else, you know what I'm saying? Like it was.
Say what you want. You thought I called you a bitch.
Now, come on now, like okay, let me just describe to you this lady, this person, whatever's happening right now in this situation. So she has the low fade, right?
Okay.
She has a white beater on, you know what I'm saying? Tattoos all up, right? Tattoos all up or whatever. Trying, I guess, maybe she's the,
Sir.
rough,
That's a sir.
Or whatever you want to call it.
She wants to
You
be a sir.
You don't have to go hard like that. You didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call you. I'm trying to be Southern hospitality down here, Rube. You know what I'm saying?
No. She's a bruh. She's a bruh.
And I was like, you out here with these breastises I can clearly see from 2-3 cars back. I'm just trying to hurry up and get these names. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the name of the kids and we can move on. It's hot outside. It's hot. That's all I got to say, man, about that. That was random or whatever, but I just want to get that out of my system because it's been bugging me. So, yeah.
Now, here's a question. Here's a question for you. This is a nice little segue. Would you ever date a stud?
No, I can't do that. No, I will say though. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. This is on the show.
Hold on. Wait, pause. Pause.
I'm a story.
Pause. Pause. I got a voicemail and it says, I got the voice to text, whatever voicemail
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, what you get?
Fucking Clay Cooley Chevrolet asking me about a vehicle. Now, I asked about this vehicle. Marcus, you remember when I
Yeah.
got the vehicle, my new Honda Accord?
Right.
Okay, I asked about that vehicle 2 months ago, and I didn't want to get it from them because I felt like I was being swindled. I didn't like their
Right.
service,
Right.
so I went elsewhere.
Right.
They're calling me 2 months later about would you ever date or bang a stud?
So, it's a funny story. Well, not so. I don't know. This depends. I don't know how your humor level is at this time. Whoever's listening to this, but anyway, once upon a time, man, I was in a barbershop. And in this barbershop, I was sitting down, you know what I'm saying, getting my hair cut. And, barbershops typically have chairs lined up, kind of side by side. Each
Correct.
barber has their own little station.
Correct.
Right? So anyway, somebody comes in and they walk in and they sit next, like, to me, whatever. They got the J's, the jeans on, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at this guy. I'm looking like, man, is this dude, is he cute? Is this a cute man? Is something wrong? Am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what's going on because, I mean, the waves were laid. The waves was in there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And I was just trying my best to figure out what is going on. Like, I was seriously questioning myself at this point. I feel like I've never had any kind of fantasy of anything else other than women my entire life. But this brother right over here was looking good.
Bruh.
And so I'm looking like, yo, what is happening? What's happening? So the longer I looked, I said, wait a minute. I know this guy. This is a chick I went to school with, right?
Was it Brad in the car?
No. So it was a chick, man, but she was like notorious, man. Like, see, back when I went to school with her, she had like, the whole long hair and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I remember thinking she was cute back then, you know what I'm saying? But like, I wasn't like trying to talk to her or nothing, but I remember thinking she was cute.
Right.
But even back then, she was like, on the chick, she was like getting the chicks and turning them out and all this stuff. Like, she was good at this. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I guess she just went full-fledged, I'm going to go ahead and just cut my hair off, whatever.
Right.
And then I felt good. I felt better about myself then. I felt I had to take a deep breath and like, okay, good. That's okay. I'm good.
like you sitting next to him like, bro, are we going to have to go somewhere? Bro, you want to go out and get something to drink? Like,
is this dude tanked up? Like, what is happening right now?
Like, I don't know if I need to tell bro, dude, you want to go get a drink? You want to go get some coffee? Which one? Say, bro, I like them tats, bro. Your fade looks nice, bro.
What kind of brush are you? What kind of grease is that?
What kind of grease is that? Bro, your smile looks nice, bro. Bruh.
But I'm not insinuating just because you have a low haircut or something that means no. Because I've known some very beautiful women who will just, they just say, hey, I'm going to go with the whole low cut, and they look good with the low cut.
Yes, they do.
You know what I'm saying?
Very good.
They do look great with the low cut. So I'm not going either way with that. I'm just saying that this particular day, this person had a low cut, and they also apparently, like women, they didn't like the fact that I called them a ma'am so quickly, like without even pause. I just like, ma'am. And they were just like, what? What? Yeah, ma'am, please tell me your child is hot. Give me your child's name. It's hot. But yeah. So that was just a random segue into whatever.
No, bro,
but yeah, guys.
Bro, I don't care. I used to mess around with she was studying, trying. She wore the jeans and the polos. But you knew it was a female. And you know what most guys will say, you're messed up for going with or most people will say like, you shouldn't be dating. Nah, bro, there's something else under there that she got to get through. I don't care.
So how was that? Was she aggressive? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, actually, yes. A little more aggressive than most of the other women I've ever. I'm like, bruh. Nah, I wasn't saying bruh, but it was just like, I've been knowing this chick for a while, and I knew her when she went from straight to okay. Yeah. Like she was going like that transitional phase going into that. So it just got to the chance that we always flirted around with each other, and it just happened. So it was like that's no judgments from me. Because there's a lot of guys out there that sit there and look at some of these stud women
They still women, man. Like
They
I mean, I
still
don't know, like
women.
especially if they cute.
Yeah,
And some
yeah.
of them are real.
You know,
Some of them
sometimes
be cute. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not cute.
you,
You know, they still women.
it's funny because people judge others. I don't care what anybody says about me. It's just, they judge others because it's like, oh, you know, she's trying to dress like a dude. Yeah, but that's still a female. It's still a
I
female.
mean, you can't get. I mean, I like I said, that's not necessarily my type of preference or
Yeah,
whatever like
exactly.
that.
But I'm just,
But I can acknowledge, I can see a woman that's dressed like I can see them looking feminine still, even with that on. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you know how like you know, okay, so I can switch gears just a tad bit. So you know how like women are, you know, everybody wants to be equal and fair, and everybody wants to have a fair shot, whatever, right? Like, to me personally, I'm down for women being as empowered as they want to be, right? Like I'm all for get your money, get whatever you need, get your respect, whatever, right? But in my mind, still, I will always see, I don't care how powerful you are, I will always see you as a woman. And I will always view you as attractive, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be, you know, the president. And if you fine, like I'm gonna see you as fine. Like you just a fine president of the United States, you just fine. If you got the yams, you president, you just woman and you got the yams. Like in my mind, like it doesn't take away any of that. Like your power, your status, your money doesn't take away anything about you still being attractive. Like so it doesn't really matter. So that's how I look at it, man. But you know.
I mean, like I'm not talking about like going out with this person, like strolling on the beach, holding hands downtown and shit.
Ruben don't want to be seen in public with his secession he has going.
Like, bro, you hungry, bro?
Wow, this guy.
Come on, bro, you hungry? I got tacos over here. Come on, bro. They got some good tacos over here. You talk to them. You gotta talk to them differently now. You can't talk to them like, so what would you like to eat? You know, where do you want to go? Like, how was your day? Not, hey, bro, what you up to?
It's horrible, Ruben. I don't know how you do it, Ruben.
But no, it's if you're gonna be, what trips me out is when I see random studs in like the mall, and especially when I have my beard all the way out, and they say, "I like your beard." First of all, they say it just like that, that deep. I don't even think I don't have that deep a voice, and it's like, "Say, bro, I like your beard. I'm trying to get mine like that." Wait a minute. That's not how it works.
That's not how any of this works.
That's not how. That's not what we're like. It trips me out when I see that, like the studs growing out, trying to grow out the facial hair. Like, bruh, stop. You can't be beard gang.
Nah, they want to be beard gang.
They want
the whole thing. They want the whole shebang. And I feel like, hey, I mean, you do you, because whatever you do, that has nothing to do with me. So do whatever it is that you do that makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting nobody, life and cool,
just
whatever.
All the big bone studs and lesbians used to take all the XXL hooping shorts.
Yeah, man, they be tanked up.
They
be yam.
Man, I'm tired of them because there's a lot of big bone ones, and they always take my size clothes, and something like, oh man, I like these shorts. These shorts is fly. Wait a minute, wait. Oh yeah, that dude right over there took the last pair. Dude, what dude? It's a female. Fuck.
You know, our clothes comfortable, man. Period. Like I feel like even chicks that aren't whatever, you know what I'm saying, they just take your stuff and wear it. They take your hoodies, they take your basketball shorts, your favorite shirts, or whatever. Sometimes, you know, you may do the whole high school thing. I'm gonna give you my favorite whatever for the time being or whatever like that. But they know our stuff comfortable, man. All their stuff is just to look good. Our stuff is to be for comfort. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Our stuff can look good and be comfortable because it fits us appropriately. But they stuff be all, you know, form-fitting and tight.
Yeah. Bro, you know, have you realized that, like, all the Nike athletic gear that they have for you to go work out in, that shit's even more comfortable just laying around.
It is. Like it's meant to do stuff, right?
It's like a butt.
To be active.
But you're like, it's like I'm on the couch just laying down, and this shit is comfortable.
Yeah, man.
It's even.
And speaking of spandex and things that are tight and clothing of the period, what have you heard about our friend Spidey?
Oh, I'm finna say, like, where is this segueing into? Like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute.
I was gonna go for it, but yeah.
Like, what do you do? Fuck, you trying to do with Spidey?
Speaking of Spanx and
speaking of Spanx and football season's coming up, like that's where you segue football. Okay, for those that don't know, we're recording this on Tuesday, so when y'all hear this tomorrow, y'all hear the audio tomorrow, y'all gonna probably see the video maybe either tomorrow night or the next day. So
Right.
this it's just the initial. This happened 4 years ago. Okay,
Yeah.
the first deal was turned down. Now the way the Spider-Man the Sony Disney contract goes, they don't share box office numbers with each other. So if they whatever money they make in the box office, that company keeps. Now Marvel co-produced both Spider-Man movies and was going to co-produce the next two, and I think the Sinister Six. But I believe it was four movies they were supposed to co-produce. Now, oh no, that's Tom Holland. Tom Holland's contract is for
Tom
two.
Holland has those contracts. Yeah,
Yeah, he has contract for what? I think three more Spider-Man movies. I think it's either two or three, one of them. So that is going to be. That's what happened. Like when they first, Disney wants 50% of the box office numbers. Now, what they don't really, Sony only has the rights to the movie, to the film aspect of Spider-Man. Everything else,
Yeah.
TV, comic books, cartoons, merchandise, all goes to Marvel. And when the MCU is bringing up all this MCU universe, their universe, and the TV shows and everything, Sony started saying, "Well, we can do TV shows too." I'm like, "Yeah, you can do TV shows." Like they were talking about doing a Silk show, which I think is actually going to be a good in-depth character, Spider Gwen, and there was a couple of other characters that they wanted to bring out. I was like, "Cool." Thank you. We got some Spider-Man content shows coming out that can intertwine and do whatever they need to do. Cool. But
Yeah.
now with them saying no to Disney, they don't have the TV rights no more. So now your little spider web just got blown away in a leaf blower. Damn Mexicans. But
Yeah.
it was so they turned it down and they just walked away from each other because they want 50-50. Marvel was co-producing the movies and not getting box office numbers but getting all the merchandise. So
Right.
back in when they signed up for Civil War, it was the lady, I think her last name is Pascal.
Amy Pascal.
Yeah.
Amy Pascal.
She's friends with Kevin Feige. She was excited about this. Who turned the deal down from Sony was the Sony president because she's no longer the president of Sony anymore or the Sony films.
She's just a producer.
Yeah, she's just a producer, and
yeah.
she oversees a lot of the content and the creator, whatever. Pretty much almost like what Kevin Feige is doing, minus the presidentship. So the other guy turned down that contract. So now they're back in the drawing board. Like it's not done. They're still gonna talk.
It's not done.
Like
I mean, it's no real need for him anyway right now because based on that 2-year projection or whatever, I mean, Spider-Man doesn't necessarily have to show back up into the MCU until Phase 5. So there's really no real need for him right now. They can go ahead and do whatever the Venom and whatever they're gonna do with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he can, Sinister Six, build that up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just people, we reactive, man. People react. You get the news and you think, oh man, he's gone forever, da da da. But it's too much money on the table. And I feel like for them just to walk away, I feel like they'll come to some kind of agreement in due time.
I'm getting tired of technology. Getting tired of technology. Things always messing up. So yeah, about this. There's gonna be an awkward pause in this. I had to check some audio stuff. So yeah, that's on.
That was the random occurrence, guys.
That was the random occurrence. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's not affecting the actual audio. So here, there you go. But okay, if Sony walks away and doesn't do a Spider-Man movie and thinking that they're gonna make $1 billion off the Spider-Man movie, they're batshit crazy.
Yeah,
because
I agree, man. I mean, they
need
it. They need him, man. That's what happened. That was the push. If it wasn't for Endgame, people wouldn't have been so crazy about even going to see Far From Home.
Yes.
In fact, to be real, a lot of people just went to see like that just because of that part. That nobody cared about Mysterio. We wanted to see what was going to be next and what was going to happen, and they're going to talk about some Iron Man stuff because Tony just died. So
They got Captain Marvel $1 billion.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. Okay, and not to be sound messed up, but Captain Marvel and Black Panther were not good enough movies to make $1 billion. Okay, Black Panther had a good storyline. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think either one of them would have made $1 billion, or should have. So Marvel can sit there and make any movie $1 billion if they need to.
That is true.
Okay. Now I loved Black Panther. I loved the movie. I love the undertones. I love the storyline. I like the undertones and storyline of what Captain Marvel was trying. It was just like I don't like Brie Larson as an actress, so I didn't really care too much for it. Like, yeah. So, but
yeah,
it's you got that end scene when MJ and Spidey are flying through New York and they land, and they're over there. They're over there close to the Fantastic Four building. They even had a little construction sign in the back, and they show some hints to Fantastic Four, and that's okay. They're hints in Fantastic Four in that universe. Problem is, Fantastic Four is owned by regular Marvel, not Sony. Yeah. So you only got so many characters. Now you have a Morbius movie, and the Morbius movie is rumored to cameo Blade in the movie.
You can't do that now.
So it's like a complete 360 or whatever, because in the original or the alternate ending of the first Blade movie, it was supposed to be Dr. Morbius in there.
Yeah.
And that's where he was going to go, but they decided not to go that route. Then we end up getting this one with this new Morbius movie, Jared Leto as Morbius, and a lot of people didn't like Jared Leto as Joker, even though I thought he did.
He did okay. He was alright.
If you watch the rated R version, the director's cut or whatever, that Joker made more sense.
Yeah.
But they cut too many scenes out. Yeah. So that now you got him as Morbius, which I think is more and more sinister, a little more creepy, should I say? Not creepy psycho, just creepy darker type movie. Yeah. And now you got Blade that can cameo in it. Now you ain't got Blade cameo. Now your movie's gonna suck. Now they can do the Spider-Man movies can do a lot of good money just off of Spider-Man, Venom, Carnage, going that route, because they're talking about Venom 2 is supposed to be they're using the Maximum Carnage, and then they're using another Carnage. It's like they're going that route, and that's a good way to come out the gate. But I mean, like, come on now.
And then they got Andy Serkis supposed to be directing it, man.
Andy Serkis also directed Mowgli on Netflix, and we're not going to go there.
I like Mowgli, man. First off, let me go ahead and just say that. I like Mowgli on Netflix, man.
You like a lot of movies, and I love you for that. But I'm like, no, Mowgli wasn't all that. When you compare Mowgli, when you compare Mowgli to Jungle Book,
man, Mowgli, it was just a different view or different take on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I will say that the Jungle Book hits you in the nostalgia. The Jungle Book was better than The Lion King. It was a better remake than The Lion King.
I agree. So, minus Christopher Walken singing.
Yeah, like that.
But I don't know what kind of contract Christopher Walken has, or wherever role he takes, he has to sing in. I don't know why they even. I don't like his voice.
But Bill Murray though, as Baloo, that was great. You know what I'm saying? And so I get that. It has that Disney magic sprinkled on it. But yes. Mowgli had that real. Mowgli seemed a little more grounded, even though it's still basically animals talking or whatever, but it would seem to be a little more realistic. That's what I liked about it.
I liked it.
Yeah. But man, but I would say, but Caesar? Come on, man. Andy Serkis? Caesar?
He was Caesar. He was Gollum.
Gollum? Come on, man.
He was also King Kong in the Jack Black version. Was that 2003? He played King Kong in that too. So yeah,
I need to go check that one out. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Andy Serkis. When it comes to now, we're going to talk about bringing mocap really into it, and so visually, Venom 2 would look better than Venom 1, which I'm all for. Andy Serkis is really going to do something, and I respect that, but I'll wait until we see a trailer.
Yeah. I'm always for the trailer, man. I'm ready. I'm actually ready to see the Joker, man. Like I'm ready to bring that back out. I'm ready to see what
Oh
that's.
yes, that's in two
Come
months.
on, man.
Yes.
Come on. Yeah, man.
Now,
I'm ready for that. I'm
for
ready.
for those
Check
that
it
don't
out.
know, they're making a Joker movie, and they're kind of like telling his made up origin story because Joker never
Basically,
really got an origin story. He
right.
in the comics he never really had an origin story until what is that? What is the comic book? Not Death in the Family.
Oh,
Killing Joke.
you saw Killing Joke. Yeah, Killing Joke.
The
Yeah.
Killing Joke gives the background of why Joker became Joker, and that's the only origin story that Joker had. Other people have been trying to play around with it, like you had the Jack Nicholson one in that movie that kind of was like an origin story on how he became
Yeah.
Joker. In Dark Knight, Joker just was already existed,
Mm-hmm.
and in Suicide Squad, Joker already existed.
Right.
Kind of created the same way as Jack Nicholson Joker because they're all created the same way. Ace Chemicals in
Yeah.
went for a swim. Yeah, they're all created the same way. It's just none of them like the only one that didn't go through Ace Chemicals was Martha Wayne when they did the Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh yeah,
And they
yeah.
did
When
the
his
alternate
mom.
storyline. Yeah,
Yeah.
when Bruce Wayne actually died in that alley scene, and his dad ended up becoming Batman, and his mom ended up becoming Joker. That's the
Yeah.
only time
Yeah.
you actually see like another Joker that didn't happen through Ace
Right.
Chemicals. But
I'm
uh,
ready, man. I'm ready to see Joaquin Phoenix do his thing, man, in his role. I'm just ready to. The first trailer was like, oh man, this is like they trying to go for an Oscar with this. It was just beautifully shot. The
that,
trailer, I said, man,
rated R, low
yeah,
budget, keep
low
it
budget,
as low to the ground, grounded, gritty, and just
yeah,
like, hey, give us this story on
yeah,
how this man becomes a serial killer.
yeah.
And
Cautionary tale, man.
I just when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
This is gonna be dope, and it has nothing to do. Oh, speaking of Joker, do you remember when Ben Affleck signed on for Batman?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, you know how much backlash he got for being Batman.
yeah.
Oh,
I
he was
remember that. I
horrible.
remember
He
that.
was horrible as Daredevil. No, he wasn't horrible as Daredevil. Just the cut of the movie was horrible. But
Yeah,
and then he ended up becoming the best thing in Batman v
yeah.
Superman.
Man, that was that scene in that warehouse, bro. Man, he was breaking them boys off something proper, like
Now
dog. Like he was giving them the
that was
business.
if you played the Arkham series games with Batman, that was full on Arkham Batman said. Now they released information on what Ben Affleck's story would have been at because he was supposed to direct the solo Batman movie. That was in
Yeah,
the contract.
I remember that. Yeah, I
He
remember
was
hearing
supposed to
about that.
direct the solo Batman movie, direct and star, and write.
Yeah,
And they never allowed him to do it. His stuff just kept like his titles just kept dwindling away. Like he became
yeah,
director, writer, star. Now he's just director, star. They didn't let him write it. Now it's just starring. Now he's like, fuck it, I don't want to do it.
yeah.
His storyline was going to be in Arkham Asylum.
Basically, yep.
That's what he was going to go for. He was going to go for a full on Arkham Asylum, him going through there like it was literally going to be a horror movie.
Yeah,
And
basically raid. Yeah, raids
yeah,
all over.
yes, and I'm like, why are we not funding this?
Right, right. People want
Why?
to see that. People will want to see that. I feel like everything they know that we want, they wait to give it to us at some other, I don't know, time. I don't know why they do that, man.
Yeah, no, we get
Uh,
Robert Patterson. I'm not saying or Pattinson, whatever his last name is. I'm not saying he's gonna do a bad job because a lot of people knocked out Ben Affleck. I rooted for Ben Affleck from the
yeah,
beginning.
I was actually thinking Ben Affleck was gonna be good from the jump.
Yeah,
Like I definitely thought he was gonna be good from the jump. But
so
yeah,
this I'm like, you probably have a good chance on making a good movie, and I'm gonna give you that respect. If it
yeah,
sucks, it sucks. But I'm not gonna judge the movie sucking versus his performance.
yeah,
Because Batman v Superman, the theatrical cut sucked, but Ben Affleck excelled.
yeah,
So it's the Robert Pattinson movie is supposed to be like young Batman, like
yeah,
rookie type Batman, learning his detective skills,
yeah,
which is something we really never seen. But I'm like, yeah, we saw elements of his detective skills, but not really
yeah,
like full on like they do in Arkham Asylum or the Arkham video games where he's going through and he's actually becoming a detective to solve these mysteries and of
Yeah.
everything. And no, this is actually going to be a movie of him being a detective. And I was like, okay, you got
I
my
just want to see him
interest.
fight. I definitely just want to see him fight, break people off. I want to see
Yeah,
that happen. I want to see fighting
because
also though. I want that.
you can't give us. And if you watch the rated R version of the ultimate version of Batman v Superman, oh
Yeah.
that warehouse scene is way more brutal
Yeah, it's way more absurd,
because
man.
he's
He was
actually, but he's killing folks.
Yeah.
That Batman was killing
Yeah.
folks. Even though Michael
Yeah.
Keaton Batman killed some folks, he killed some folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So give us the Batman, but they
I want
just
the Snyder cut. Give me the Snyder cut of Justice League, man. I want to see it. Jason
Why does
Momoa
everybody
said
want to
he
see that?
saw it. Jason Momoa said he saw it. I want to see the Snyder cut, man. I just know that it was better than that what we got. I know it. I want to see Dark Side. I want to see the whole thing, man. Give me the Snyder cut.
I
Anyway, go
don't
ahead, man.
know. I don't know. Like they pretty much are rebooting every character. Like the Flash, we were supposed to get the Flashpoint Paradox movie, and now we're
Yeah.
not getting it at the moment. And I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
because that's one of my favorite DC stories is Flashpoint Paradox. Because it's especially
Yeah.
if you watch the animated movie, it is so fucking dark and gritty.
It is good, man. That's a good one.
That
That's
they
one of my
get.
favorite stories. I wish they really would have had adopted that and made that into the movie for real, man.
Hmm.
Maybe one day.
But
Maybe.
I don't keep up with the CW shows, but the CW's is showing this season of like Flash and Green Arrow and all them other shows that they have intertwined with each other.
Yeah.
They're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
So when
That's
I mean they have like the guy who plays Superman and Superman Returns, that god awful movie that came out in the 2000s.
right.
Because like everybody was like, oh, what's Superman doing now? Let's make a Superman between two movies that nobody cares about. That's what they did. Even though it gave us a good ass Lex Luthor in Kevin Spacey,
Yeah.
even though I don't think they can get Kevin Spacey due to all his issues now. But
Right.
hey, yeah, they had he's coming back to play Superman. Kevin Conroy, the voice of
Right.
Batman, is coming back to play a live action Batman.
That's so crazy. That
I'm
right
like,
there,
like
that is wild.
what?
Like
I'm
the
like,
voice of my childhood. Like
I
this
met him.
guy.
I met him. He is so goofy in person. Oh my
Sure.
god! But it's like, you got him. Like the only thing y'all could have done was like getting Mark Hamill to be Joker for just a little bit in live action. But
Yeah.
they have they're bringing in all these people from different shows and movies. The dude that played Lex Luthor in Smallville, he's coming back.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
they got
crazy, man. I
dude.
need
They're
to watch
bringing
that. I need to watch that. I need to just watch
that.
that
I'm
Crisis
like,
on
I'm
Infinite
gonna
Earths.
have to invest in this season of watching. I haven't watched any of those shows. I haven't really.
Hey,
But
the Arrow was the bomb, bro. Like Arrow was good. Like the first couple seasons was nice.
yeah,
Arrow was like Batman, basically. That's
I
basically what
may
I
need to
felt like.
start binge watching these shows just to try to. Well, I don't think I need to catch up with this for Crisis on Infinite Earths. I don't think I need to catch up on. I just need to find out who's who and then go from there.
Yeah.
Because the black dude on is that Green Arrow, Diggle?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's supposed to be Green Lantern.
What?
He's supposed to be John Stewart. He's
Oh,
supposed
see,
to
I
be
done
that
missed some stuff.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Like he's supposed to be this universe's John Stewart. Like it's gonna develop in this season.
That's
Like they got
gold in
somebody
a
else coming.
mug, man.
They got somebody else coming in to play Green Lantern, I believe. They got like some of these iconic people coming in to play these main characters, and I'm like, bring it on. Like CW has something going for itself in building that whole little universe, and they're finna lose because
Yeah.
Arrow's in its last season.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling how long Flash is gonna last on there.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. It's giving good entertainment for people who follow those. I myself haven't followed any of them
Yeah.
because I'm not that versed into DC. It's just certain
Yeah.
storylines I know about, but DC is not really my forte.
Yeah, man. I think really just before I think I think catered more towards DC than I did Marvel. I just think the MCU took off and it kind of just pulled me that direction. But I
Yeah.
think that DC always, I don't know. I just like the fact that everybody was, I don't know. It was just real. It seemed more real to me than the Marvel stuff. The Marvel
Yeah.
stuff really seemed really more fantasy, but something about Batman just seemed like, regular guy who just does this thing. And
Right.
I don't know, the movies seem more realistic to me. Like Marvel movies technically only just now started to look good to me, like seeming believable. And that's only because of the Russo brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like their type of filming and their cinematography made the movies look like, oh, okay. But we got Christopher Nolan Dark Knight. This is real life looking. Just I don't know, like I don't know what cameras they use, whatever. But that must
IMAX.
look like real life. Yeah, IMAX, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
they're the ones that actually started coming. Well, no, not the only ones, but he wanted all his movies filmed in that IMAX type movie. So, but I think
Yeah,
Dark Knight was the first one he did that in, and
yeah.
it just looks beautiful
Man, that movie was so dumb.
because
Oh, it was
they kept
just
Batman
crazy.
gritty, low to the ground. That's
Yeah.
and that's how they should. Because think about that opening scene of Dark Knight, all the way up until the
Mhm.
bus leaves. Everything just looked like it was just real world. Nothing looked fake.
Yeah, at all. Like that's like I don't know how, man. That's just great cinematography, man. Just greatness. Like even Snyder's version of stuff was kind of cool. Like it looked real. I don't know, like art. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like it was just real artsy. Like I
All
like
I
it. I
know,
like the
all I
tones and
know is
color.
I bought the Best Buy Steelbook Blu-ray or
Uh-huh.
4K UHD collector's edition because I collect those steelbooks.
Yeah.
I bought it. I bought the Best Buy only one at Walmart.
Which one? Which movie?
Justice League.
Justice League.
Now,
Mm.
when the steelbook comes out, 4K UHD with the artsy kind of cover, they're like $35.
Yeah.
Okay, I bought it at Walmart. At Walmart
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
17 because somebody
Oh man.
mixed up the boxes and
I remember this. I remember you telling me about that,
so
man.
so the Blu-ray the box that was coming because I was off work that day. Or was I still working? No, I was off work that day. So I was still working for Walmart at the time. So I came over there. I was like, hey, what y'all got over there? Goes, oh, I got Justice League. I was like, let me see that. And I'm looking out, put like, sticker says only at Best Buy. I was like, this is the
Hmm.
steelbook. How much is this ringing up for? 16.96. 16.96. Hey, let me go ahead and buy one of those before y'all have to send those back.
Yeah.
I didn't even care for Justice League movie to buy it. I just knew that I was getting it for half price, and I was like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. But I will say the opening scene in Batman vs Superman, dog, when Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck, was down there on Ground Zero when Superman was fighting Zod and all that stuff was happening and all, man, that scene right there, I was like,
He drove the
Ben
car. Oh,
Affleck
he ran into the
is
smoke.
he ran into the smoke. I said Ben Affleck is Batman, dog. Y'all, I'm like, how could you not like that? How could you not like
I
that,
thought you
man?
were
Like
going
I
for
don't understand.
the original opener, which is the actual opener in the credits where his parents die. Like I almost walked out the theater.
Ah,
Like I got tired. Fuck. Like you quit telling us that his parents died. We know his parents died.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, I'm talking about when he was running through that through like all that debris and dust and stuff, man, I was just like, dog, this is cool. Like being able to see that fight from that other angle. And
Yeah.
Man of Steel was good too. I think people slept on. A lot of people don't like Man of Steel. I really like Man of Steel.
Man
I
of
like
Steel
that
was
movie.
actually really grounded too.
Yeah, I like Man of Steel, man. People just, people had
But
people feel like you
but
can't like both.
like
So I don't know.
one plot hole is like how close is Gotham City and Metropolis from each other?
Yeah, it's a hop, skip, and a jump apparently.
And wasn't Superman in his hometown fighting Zod? So how
No,
far is Kansas from
from
Gotham City
Metropolis
and
or from
Metropolis?
yeah,
Because he's
it's
in.
good. That's good. Where would
Now
that be at?
was Ben Affleck was Batman in Metropolis?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He
Batman
was.
was
I
because
remember.
he was doing business. You remember
Yeah.
because
I remember
the
now. I remember
partner.
now. They said he was in
Yeah,
Metropolis.
yeah. He was in Metropolis because he had a business partner that was in that building that got lasered through or whatever,
Yeah.
and his homie got
One of
he
his
died in
towers
that.
was there. So.
Yeah, Tyrus there. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense. So something that's been going on.
yeah.
Because we're trying to build ourselves into this whole media world and whatnot.
Right, right.
Um, You know how I talk about like emotion versus logic, being professional at certain times. And
Right.
did you hear or see this Joe Budden, Nicki Minaj bullshit?
I did not, man. Like I feel like I've seen people talk or I've seen like little headings about it, but I never watched it, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Joe
I
Budden
don't know.
talked about Nicki Minaj, and he said something like, I'm not sure if it was his podcast or one of the shows or one of the interviews he's doing, because Joe
Hmm.
Budden is like really into the, as far as what they say, urban radio or urban media and the hip
Yeah.
hop world. Joe Budden is really up there, and I'm glad that Joe Budden has grown up out of his slaughterhouse phase and wanted to be angry with everybody, just to more humble person.
Yeah.
He said something about Nicki Minaj talking about she's doing drugs and whatnot, and
What?
yeah, he just made the
Okay.
claim. And when you're in media or when you say something, we all have these random opinions about something. Not that they're true. We just sometimes we have random opinions.
Hmm.
So he says that, and she hears about it. She okay, and then he ends up getting on her podcast, and she just basically goes at him. And she's yelling at him, and she's telling him
Hmm.
shut the fuck up. He don't get a chance to say nothing, and then she cuts his mic off. Now they had
Hmm.
agreed to do each other's podcast, so he was out there, and then right after they did that, they went and recorded his podcast. I didn't even hear his podcast or his show or whatever he was doing with her. But I'm like, you brought him in there to yell at him? It's like that's not cool. That's
So time out. So before we go there though, I'm like, so did he say that she did drugs? 'Cause I'm trying to figure out.
yeah.
I
He
mean, I
said
feel
that's
like
what he
if you
said.
say that somebody does drugs, I feel like you should be kind of upset at them. I feel like you should probably maybe you can handle it differently. But if somebody lies on you or try to put you out there like that, I do see I can understand her being upset about that part, especially her maybe having endorsements and stuff like that. She could lose due to some kind of
Full
accusation.
full on baby mama EBT yelling
Hmm.
at this person. Like he broke into your house. Like
Hmm.
and I understand that's very offensive. You don't claim somebody's doing drugs if you don't have proof and everything. And he's in the media
Yeah.
now, and and that's probably one of those learning things. But he's still it's an opinion, and if the opinion is not true, then it's not true. You got an opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
What to bring him on the show and to full on attack him, I don't think that was right.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
don't think he was right. I don't think either one of them was right. I don't feel like you should do that. I don't feel like you should just make false accusations about people. Like how you go off, you can't do something to somebody and then try to dictate how they respond to you. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. You get whatever you put out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And so if that's what happened, because I don't know, I didn't read it up. But if he made a claim that she did drugs and then he want to play victim because she got mad back based on what he said, then I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. That's kind of I ain't saying that she right, but I ain't
right.
saying that it's just kind of like I mean how you respond is how you respond. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here talking bad about people, then you call their stuff thinking they ain't gonna say nothing till you get checked out here, man. you know?
That's
Yeah.
it was just one of those. I was just like you ever go into somebody's house
Yeah.
and their little dog just starts barking and won't stop barking while you walk
Yep.
in there.
That
You're trying to
is.
go sit down, enjoy it. Like, hey man,
Yeah.
what's going on? Arr! That's what it
Yeah.
was. That's what it was.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But
Like
it's
she
like
definitely didn't have to do it. I mean, she didn't have to go about it that
because
way.
she
But
is she is the top of the. I understand she's going to transition from hip hop, rap, whatever, into media. I know she's going to transition into that. It's foreseen. It's
yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should go that route. I mean, because you're also right now in hip hop, you are to me still the top female MC right now.
Yeah.
Not no Cardi B. I don't get with Cardi B, but
Now with Doja Cat.
I haven't heard the new Doja Cat. I need to go hear the new Doja Cat. She
She
just
got
dropped
this
one.
song out. What's it called? What is
Not
it
the
called?
cow. Not the cow.
No. It's a new one. It's
Yeah.
with it's a new hit. But anyway, it's kind of cool. The video, I would say watch the video. I would say that. Definitely
Oh,
do
watch
that
the
part.
video. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
don't know if it's called
Yeah.
Juicy or something. I'm not sure. But
Juicy. Yeah,
anyway.
it's called Juicy. I know that, but
Yeah.
Speaking of female, I'm gonna see how you feel about this.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Okay, and if you Do you know who Gina Valentina is?
I cannot say that I do know who that. I don't know who that is. No,
Okay.
unless it's somebody famous from a show. You can say, "Oh, she played this character," or this
She
is a.
she's famous for being in front of the camera, but it's not from a show. It's from a number of shows, or should I say scenes. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. So she actually says that in the next week she has a song coming out,
Okay.
and I'm like, I heard some of it. Like, okay, like she's
Is she
trying
a
to.
singer or is it a rapper? Singing or rapping? What's
I
she
don't
doing?
know. That's the whole point. Like, it's just like you hear part of the hook or something. You don't hear her singing. You don't hear her rapping. At least that's not what I heard. There's only so much you can put on Instagram.
Okay. So
Without
who
putting
what's her name? Let me look it up.
Gina Valentina.
Valentina.
And it's like I'm looking at it like, you know what? That's a great transit. I hope the music. I hope it makes it for her. Because how many quote unquote adult stars
Yeah.
make it out of the adult star
That.
industry?
Yeah.
You don't see too many of them. I mean, they do.
Oh yeah, I don't know her.
Oh,
No.
she's interesting. You should check her out.
I'm not familiar with her work. Must not be my category. But yeah, go ahead.
But it's tripped me out because I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like somebody branching off into something else. You're in this industry. You got your money. You're living a comfortable life, a very comfortable life, and you're breaking off into a different avenue because that's how Trina started out.
Mm-hmm.
That and then there's like another chick, I forgot her name, but she's like she DJs now.
Yeah.
Like, so my thing is it always for women to sell their body until they make it? Am I reaching a touchy subject here?
Oh man.
Because you got that movie Hustlers coming out,
Yeah.
and you got Cardi B's loud ass in it. And I didn't know they said I guess she grew up with a speech problem.
Yeah.
But still, she's
Maybe.
loud. She's loud as fuck still.
Yeah.
But they that movie is about getting over on guys, making it a different way in the same business type, just making it in a different way. There's legal and illegal.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're glorifying that, and it's like there is a double standard in this field, because it's like it's okay for guys to do it, but it's not okay, or it's okay for women to do it, but not guys to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, man, I think that sometimes it's the double standard may exist in I guess in the thing, but at the same time, it all balances out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so women can sell their bodies and that be glorified the same way that rappers can say they sell drugs,
Right,
and be glorified, right? And so it's like hustling is hustling regardless of how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the stock market. Some things don't sell as good as other things. You know what I'm saying? What we have is kind of hot, and it's not a hot commodity. It's like it's just there. What they have is more appealing to everybody versus what we have.
Yeah.
So that need or that market for that is an open market versus us. You know what I'm saying? We have to go about things in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Is it still illegal? Probably. Is it still frowned upon? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But it's just different. So, I mean, I don't believe women always have to go that route to make it, but I do see that that's maybe based on who's the gatekeeper or who's holding that thing. Like, what do they want for exchange for you to make it? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to be a person that's, of good character, or are they going to try to use their power to get what they want from you before they let you in? See that? So that's it's just a whole other dynamic there. So I don't know. It's who knows, but I don't necessarily think that's the only way. But I feel like some people may feel like that's the only way.
Yeah, and I guess it's because you remember me in my controversial Facebook post that I make.
Yeah.
When the whole Cardi B situation came out and she admitted to the shit.
Yeah.
One, I knew she's gonna get away with this shit because What guy is gonna come forward?
Yeah.
So there you go. That ain't
Yeah.
happening. Ain't no guy coming
Yeah.
forward from that shit. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we know she got away with this, but I'm like,
Yeah.
we knew she was a stripper.
Yeah.
She never. Side note, I seen a video of her on the stage naked. Her titties don't look good, but anyway, it's she came from this. So it was kind of implied that she probably did some bullshit to some guys, and it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you probably did. Don't say it. It's implied, but when you own up to it, it's like you had to do what you had to do what you needed to do to survive. And I guess a lot of women took backlash at me because I said, "Oh, Bill Cosby comes out and this happens."
Yeah.
And R. Kelly does also. Now they're going to jail. Like, she needs to go to jail. Like, stop playing her music.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's not the same thing. And
No.
it
I mean,
it's in the same field.
It's not. It wasn't right what she did. You know what I'm saying? I
Correct.
think at the end of the day, it's not necessary. It's not right. Right.
Right.
Drugging somebody, taking their money ain't right. The same way drugging somebody and raping them isn't right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Either one of those acts are necessarily right. But the thing is, though, it's just the way the society is set up.
Yeah.
Like society, like it's almost as if women have a different type of, like, nobody cares about guys. First off, let me just go ahead and throw that out there. Like, nobody truly, like, I mean, you may have your family members who care about you individually as a person, you know what I'm saying? But women and kids get that. They get that little thing. Like, if somebody does something, oh, she's doing it because she needs to feed her kids, or what I'm saying, or whatever. Like, you'll always get praise for the single mom, or you get praise for single dad type thing. It's just the way that stuff goes. Like, people view women in a different light than they view men. It's like men should be able to pull up their bootstraps and go to work and do these things. They should never have to do this stuff. They should never have to do that.
Correct.
And I just the way that stuff is kind of set up. So you kind of like, oh man, she was a stripper. Yeah, she was. Not saying that she probably was smart enough to do something different. That's what she kind of does. She chose that life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think somebody just threw her into there. You know what I'm saying, like that. So, I don't know, man. It's a little different. It's a little different with that, man. I know people like who they like. You know what I'm saying? And because she didn't necessarily rape anybody, I mean, it's kind of like, give her a pass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because to me, I do believe rape is higher than theft. You know what I'm saying? I would say rape is higher than theft. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's
I don't
probably.
know. I mean, if she drugged you and she took off with your wallet and your phone, and your car keys, and a brand new pair of J's that you probably had there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you would feel raped as well.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that it's not bad. I would feel bad. I probably would have rather her had just raped me than took all my stuff.
Hey,
probably,
man, leave my shit, man. Come on, just go and fuck me.
Do
What you
what
gotta
you
do? Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna lay
stuff.
here. I'm gonna cry. No. Do what you gotta do.
But it's just different, man. And I don't mean to make light of rape like that in that sense. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that in a sense, it's like, like you will be, if somebody did something to you or your family or something, you would I'd rather you break into my house and steal all my stuff than rape somebody in my family. You know what I'm saying? So that's how people kind of look at things. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's just how the little totem pole of grievances and negative things in life are. You know what I'm saying?
I think more women took it personal with me saying something like that, but they took it more personal because they understand what Cardi B is. They understand that she is like their spokeswoman of making it out of the hood or the dump or the slums or whatever, having to do what you had to do to survive. That whole City High song, What Would You Do? Yeah, she was that song. That was her song. So surprised she didn't do a set to that song either. That would have been dope. Like, how come you ain't remixed this song yet? Like, but there is that double standard there, dude.
Yeah, I mean but there are double standards. Like I said, man, there are double standards for everything. There's stuff that guys get away with. We can just get away with stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's just things that we get away with, and it is what it is. The things that women cannot get away with based on whatever. There are things that black women can't get away with, or women with full figure bodies can't get away with, that a slimmer woman can get away with. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're not built a certain way. You know what I'm saying? There's double standards for everything, man. Like, I mean, I just think about me being comfortable. And just walking downtown, if I just throw on if I look like if I have to put a hat on, some sweatpants, hoodie, whatever, and it's cold outside, I'm just walking. People gonna look at me like they don't know I have a master's degree. They don't know I teach little kids. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna assume I'm whatever way because of the stereotypes and all of that.
Oh God,
You know what I'm saying? So
Stop.
it just goes a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be aware of that. I live in that. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm sure you have your own things you have to deal with and live in. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro,
I mean,
you remind me because I used to why I won't put my hoodie up anymore because especially when I was when I had my beard all the way out, like it just creeped people out. They thought I was up to something. Like, I wear a big hoodie because I like being comfortable and it's a hoodie. I would actually wear a hoodie over a jacket any day.
yeah.
Zip up or pull over. I would wear a hoodie over a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just me. I just feel more comfortable in a hoodie. But when I have the hood up and my beard is sticking out and I'm walking a certain way and I look a certain way because apparently I don't smile, so I look like an evil asshole all the time. And now with a big beard and the hood covered up, now I look like a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
Those weird looks are crazy, and it's funny because I get those weird looks from everybody, not just white folks, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I don't know, man. I just, I don't know. I just think that, like I said, there are certain people, man, in entertainment that get a pass. I think there are some people that we don't really, like the whole Jay-Z thing with the NFL thing. Like people,
yes,
feeling some kind of way about
I'm
that.
glad you said that because I was thinking there was
You know.
something I needed to talk about, and you brought it
Yeah.
up. Why
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
that everybody
Yeah.
says that with Jay-Z doing this meeting that he's supposed to be helping Kaepernick get a job? That ain't his job there. He's going to speak with the NFL about his own business.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that got to do with
Yeah.
Kaepernick? Kaepernick got a settlement from the NFL and signed an NDA.
Yeah.
So it ain't up to us. And plus, most of the people talking about Kaepernick this, Kaepernick that, boycott this. Y'all ain't boycott the NFL. Y'all were still watching that shit every week.
Yeah, based on the post I was seeing, you know what I'm saying? I know they was watching it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I understand. It goes, but he did that. How many of y'all have friends that did something crazy and you tried to talk them out of it and they still did it at work? Are you trying to get them back at your job?
Yeah, man.
This man got a multi-million-dollar spokesman deal with Nike.
Yep.
Kaepernick is all right.
Yeah, he's good to go, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's the principle, though. See, the thing about it is we always feel like money can just settle everything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as long as they can give you enough money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing will ever really change. You kind of be dealing with the same problems, whatever. But,
we're all
like
fighting with that First Amendment.
I'm NBA anyway, so it's all
I'm a
good.
baseball.
Really...
I'm a baseball fan. I like NBA too, but I'm a baseball fan.
Yeah. So it's whatever, man. I just go to football really just for the band now for college. I mean, I just go to check the band out and just do my thing there, but that's it. See, tailgate, turkey legs.
Tailgate and turkey legs, TNT. But no, it's the whole like sports. It's all a business. They're gonna do what they gotta do. I mean, it's once it happens, like, oh well. I mean, we gotta support somebody. Yes, you're supporting them, but guess what? This man still is still a millionaire.
Yeah.
You don't support him. I mean, you support him, but you didn't support Kevin Durant for wanting to go to another team and get a ring. And you try to shit down his career, but you'll congratulate your friend for leaving your job to go to another job for better pay.
Right.
It's like stop judging people. Their decisions don't necessarily affect you.
No, nobody actually.
But I can tell you what the Kaepernick situation did. He stood up for other people, and I commend him for that. And it brought out a lot of other people's racial. What is a good word? Racial thoughts,
prejudices, thoughts, demeanor, attitude, whatever you want to call it. It brought it out.
They're racist superpowers.
It surfaced to the top. and you can really see it. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
wow. I love anything like that. That's the best thing about Trump, really, is that he just got people showing their true colors. So now you know who they are. They just coming up out the woodwork. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I know not to trust you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that comment. Know not to trust you or invest in whatever you got going on. Cool. Keep on
I
talking.
had
You
no
know what I'm saying? Just
like we
keep
said
on
before,
talking.
we had no problem with the Confederate flag. I didn't. You know what? You wear your Confederate flag. That's fine because that's what exactly it is. It's a flag, and it lets me know. Oh, don't go to that group of white guys over there. Go the other way. Not
Yeah.
saying that they're bad people. I'm just not gonna run the risk on that.
Yeah.
But that's we want people to be honest, true, who they are, how they are, why they are, and all that stuff. But they don't want.
Yeah.
You have the freedom of speech. We did a show on that one. Freedom of speech. You have the right to say whatever you want. Believe in whatever you want. But you also have the right to shut the fuck up sometimes. You don't
Right.
have to use that freedom all the time. You can use it some of the time. You ain't got to sit there because people will just. And I think that's where it comes out. Like most people don't even care about who they offend, and then they end up
Yeah.
offending their best friends, and then they're like, when you're not really friends because you're just sitting there offending everybody. And I'm not looking to, me myself, I'm not looking to offend nobody.
Right.
I don't say as much as I used. Well, no, I just say more stuff now because I gotten older and wiser, and I can put more thought behind what I want to say. I can articulate it and paint the nice picture of idiocracy. Yeah,
Right.
but I don't think we should. We should support Cap. We should support anybody who wants to say who they want because I know some people who out here who embrace their bigot past and their racist past and everything and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Shit, they'll still have a beer with you. They don't
Mm.
care.
Yeah.
You can't. Sometimes you can't help where you grew up. You can't help certain things that you know and you were taught and everything. But you can become a better person. Most of the time, it's just misunderstandings. It's miscommunication. We don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
I can sit there and I'll go out in public and talk to a brick wall if I need to. Somebody meets me. Hey, how you doing? Are you doing all right today? They say nothing. Well, fuck you too. But I at least was out there, hold the door open. I hold the door open for anybody. And this older guy was like, no, you go in. No, you go in, sir. I'm going to stand here and hold this door open until you walk in before me.
Right, right, right. Got to, man. I mean, I feel like, you can be a good person or at least, I don't know, man, just talk to people and be open and, you don't have to have a deep conversation with anybody, man, but just be cordial. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yeah.
just, let things go by. But like I said, some people are really rooted in disliking. They feel power and they feel strength within that whole not liking somebody, different race or whatever. And that's, I don't get it. And I just have to let people do their thing on that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't know. Do your thing, man.
I had something, and just before we end up leaving, you know what? One of the
Hmm.
most difficult things in the world to do,
Yeah.
an interview. That is one of the most difficult things to do because you're wondering what they're thinking and if you're
Hmm.
portraying yourself the right way. Myself, when I go
Right.
into an interview, I don't lie. Whether it makes me look good or bad, I'm going to tell the truth. I want you to have that judgment of me right then and there. Like, this is who he is.
Right.
I don't understand. And I've gotten it for people. Maybe you should lie in your interviews. I don't want to.
No, no, I'm not doing that.
Like, I don't want to dishonestly get a position and then all of a sudden I'm in this position and now I'm not who you interviewed.
Right.
But I can't help that people are going to consider me as an asshole all the time because of how I view things. I mean, there's a what I see for
Yeah.
myself as integrity, other people are going to
Yeah.
see as insubordination.
Right.
I'm going to stand
Yeah.
up for what's right, and you're saying like, well, you're not being subordinate to your job. I'm like, yeah, but I also stood up for what's right.
Right. You have to do that, man. You have to stand up for what's right, regardless, man. I mean, I feel like you can. There's a respectful way to do that, also. You know what I'm saying? But a person's perception of you and how they take things, and that's on them. All you can kind of do is just be true to yourself and try to give the best message to somebody the best way you know how. The tools you're given. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Ruben, why are you always quiet? Because my mouth gets me in trouble. Why does your mouth get you in trouble? Because I'm gonna say something that you're not gonna like, or I'm gonna say something that you're just not gonna like how I say it.
Right.
I never understood that. I'm not gonna understand that. I'd rather you judge me off of how I am than judge me off of a lie, and then have to
Right.
rejudge me. Oh, we hired him over a lie. What else did he lie to us about? Nah. This is how I am.
Right.
I don't understand that. What makes a perfect leader? It's like there is no such thing as a perfect leader. There's people with leadership qualities, but there is no such thing as a perfect leader. Like that's what these people are looking for. They're looking for a perfect leader. Like somebody that's up there as like fucking Superman, not Homelander, but Superman.
Right.
And
not to be confused.
Yeah, not to be confused with
Major Glory.
They want you to just be up there and you're perfect and everything, and you know how to handle every situation. You're not gonna. If anything, I learned from any and all the leadership positions I have been in, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fuck up, and you're gonna fuck up over and over again because there's different situations that happen.
Right.
But it's with me. I learned from all my experiences. I see what I did wrong, and I learned from it. And the only thing I say is, I'm the same person as a leader. I'm the same person as a regular person.
Right.
I don't know. Just something I had to get off my chest.
Okay. Good stuff, man.
So yeah, Marcus, I'm anxious to hear more of your teaching stories.
Oh yeah, it's coming. Don't worry.
But tonight has been a long night for us.
Oh yeah.
We didn't record yesterday because fuck. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got home, I laid down, I looked at my phone, it was 10 o'clock. Like fuck.
Yeah, it was wrap. It was a wrap for me, buddy.
Yeah, it was just one of them. So yeah, got anything positive to say? Got anything? Any last messages? Anything to watch?
There's an interesting show on Netflix called Glow.
I watched the
gorgeous ladies of wrestling. Apparently, I thought that was pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know. It was good enough for me to watch it, so I watched it. I binged it. But,
I watched part of the first season. I didn't watch all of it, and now we're on season 3. So
yeah,
I may need to start watching that again.
I will say this though. This is something I'll tell my students every morning. I talk to them about having a growth mindset, and it's basically being able to learn from your mistakes and not giving up just because something is hard. Taking a risk to do new things, man. So just remember that, man. Think about growth mindset. Look it up. It's just a way to keep a positive frame on things if things don't go your way. So I'll keep that going.
That's all we got, folks.
That's it.
That's all we got. I got it first. No matter what you do in this world, no matter what you do in life, be great at it. Gotcha.
Yeah. Know that you are blessed. Know that you are loved. Know that juice is temporary. The sauce is forever. Apple size out.